In the world of relationships, people often discuss the concept of playing hard to get. Although it may seem counterintuitive, ignoring someone can sometimes be a remarkably powerful technique when used with the right intention. This concept taps into deep psychological needs, and when applied thoughtfully, it can increase someone's interest and desire to be close to you. In this guide, we'll dive into the intricate methods of using selective attention to create a magnetic pull, making someone deeply intrigued and eager to be around you. We'll explore how subtle acts of ignoring, when used strategically, can intensify emotional connections and leave the other person thinking about you constantly. The power of ignoring in relationships, an in-depth exploration. The art of ignoring isn't about playing games. It's about understanding human psychology and creating an environment where someone craves your presence. It's about balancing attention and distance, allowing space for intrigue and desire to grow. Let's begin by uncovering the foundational principles of how ignoring can foster deeper emotional connections. 1. The psychology behind ignoring, the curiosity gap. Imagine you have a toy you love playing with, something you're used to having within arm's reach. Suddenly, someone takes it away. How do you feel? Naturally, you become curious. You start wondering where it went, why it was taken, and when you might get it back. This simple analogy reveals one of the core psychological effects of being ignored. When someone we care about withdraws their attention, it triggers a similar response. Our brains are wired to seek answers when something we value is suddenly absent. This phenomenon taps into what psychologists call the curiosity gap. When a person we care about seems to vanish or withdraws from us, it creates a sense of incompleteness. We begin to wonder why they are no longer paying attention to us, and this curiosity can become overwhelming. The person who was previously indifferent now finds themselves preoccupied with thoughts of the one who ignored them. This mental puzzle drives people to seek answers, and more importantly, to seek the person who created this curiosity gap in the first place. It's important to remember, though, that this technique should be applied respectfully, without malice. The goal is not to hurt someone's feelings, but to create a space where your absence becomes noticeable and your presence becomes. 2. Strategic limitation of availability, the allure of scarcity. In economics, the principle of scarcity explains how people tend to place higher value on things that are rare or hard to obtain. This same principle can be applied to relationships. If you're always available, always present, and always eager to engage, your time and attention may start to feel less valuable. However, when you carefully limit your availability, it creates a sense of exclusivity. This scarcity makes your presence more desirable. Think of a delicious dessert that you love. If you can have it whenever you want, it loses some of its appeal. But if that dessert is only available occasionally, you'll crave it more intensely. Similarly, when you spend time focusing on your own life, hobbies, and friendships, you communicate that your time is precious. This sends a subtle message that if someone wants to be part of your world, they need to make an effort. By limiting your availability, you create a magnetic pull, much like that of a treasure that is not easy to access. The person becomes more motivated to be part of your life, to enjoy the moments they share with you, and to work harder to secure your attention. 3. The art of balanced communication, knowing when to speak and when to hold back. Communication is the cornerstone of any relationship, but knowing when not to communicate can be just as important as knowing when to engage. If you're constantly available for conversation, responding immediately to every message or call, it may diminish the excitement in the relationship. However, if you take your time to respond or occasionally refrain from initiating conversations, you introduce an element of anticipation. This practice is similar to creating suspense in a movie. If the plot reveals everything too quickly, the excitement fades. But if the storyline gradually unfolds, keeping the audience guessing, the experience becomes far more engaging. In relationships, this approach can create a similar effect. When someone doesn't know exactly what you're thinking or when they'll hear from you, they start to become more curious. They'll wonder what you're up to, and that curiosity will drive them to seek more interaction with you. Balanced communication doesn't mean ignoring someone to the point of frustration. It's about pacing the interaction so that both parties remain engaged and invested without overwhelming one another. The key is to maintain the connection while leaving enough space for curiosity and desire to grow. 4. Focusing on self-improvement, becoming a magnetic force. One of the most powerful ways to draw someone's attention is by becoming the best version of yourself. When you focus on personal growth, whether it's through pursuing hobbies, advancing in your career, or taking care of your physical and mental well-being, you naturally become more attractive to others. People are drawn to individuals who are confident, independent, and passionate about their own lives. Think of yourself as a seed that's constantly growing into something more vibrant and beautiful. When others see you evolving, learning new skills, setting and achieving goals, and embracing your independence, they'll want to be part of your journey. It's a form of attraction that goes beyond physical appearance. It's about the energy and passion you bring to everything you do. By focusing on your own self-improvement, you send a powerful message. You are not waiting around for someone else to make you happy. Instead, you are actively pursuing your own joy and fulfillment. This independence is incredibly attractive because it signals confidence and self-assurance, qualities that naturally draw people in. 5. Respectful, ignoring the fine line between intrigue and disconnection. Ignoring someone, when done with respect, isn't about manipulation or playing mind games. It's about giving both parties the space to reflect and appreciate the time they spend together. It's essential to be mindful of the other person's feelings and to ensure that your actions don't cause harm or emotional distress. Respectful ignoring is about creating a healthy balance of togetherness and independence. It's like taking a small step back to let the other person realize how much they value your presence. By stepping away momentarily, you allow them the opportunity to miss you, to think about the things they enjoy about your relationship, and to come back with renewed interest and appreciation. This technique works best when it's grounded in mutual respect and honesty. It's not about ghosting or being unkind. It's about fostering a sense of curiosity and excitement in the relationship while maintaining emotional integrity. Conclusion: embracing the art of subtle intrigue. By mastering the art of strategic ignoring and learning how to balance attention and distance, you can create a powerful dynamic that keeps someone intrigued and engaged. Whether it's through limiting your availability, balancing communication, or focusing on your own self-growth, the key lies in cultivating a sense of mystery and independence. By doing so, you'll encourage others to appreciate your presence, to miss your absence, and to seek your company with greater enthusiasm. Ultimately, the power of ignoring is not about manipulation, but about fostering healthy curiosity and a deeper emotional connection. With these methods, you can enhance the quality of your relationships and create a dynamic where both people feel valued and appreciated. Thank you for reading, and may you use these insights to build strong, lasting connections that thrive on mutual respect and affection.